Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'd like to yield myself such time as I may consume.
Gentlewoman's recognized.
And I thank my good friend from California, Mr. Royce, the author of the House companion of this bill, for his leadership on this issue. And today I rise in strong support of the Senate Bill 3104, a bipartisan bill that deserves our prompt approval. I want to thank the gentleman from California who's been working on this issue for a number of years. And as we know, Mr. Speaker, an unfettered and independent press is so vital to the maintenance of liberty that its protection was enshrined in the First Amendment of our Constitution. Tyranny cannot abide dissent, and the repressive regimes know that they cannot afford to allow the unregulated dissemination of information and ideas. People accustomed to thinking freely and speaking freely cannot be deterred from also living freely. These are the realities that drive our nation's long-standing commitment to surrogate broadcasting, providing to oppressed societies the kind of news and information that local journalists would supply if they were allowed to operate freely. We can all recall the important role that Radio Free Europe played in helping us to end the Cold War. For the past 14 years, its younger sibling, Radio Free Asia, has provided critical broadcasting in a neighborhood that contains some of the world's most anti-democratic regimes: North Korea, Burma, China, Vietnam, and Laos. It also broadcasts in important minority languages such as Uyghur, Cantonese, Wu, and dialects of Tibet. Among all of the freedom broadcasting services of the United States, RFA, Radio Free Asia, is the only one whose authorizing legislation contained a sunset date, which Congress has repeatedly extended. It is high time to remove that sunset and make Radio Free Asia this authorization permanent. Sadly, the need for Radio Free Asia is not going to end anytime soon, Mr. Speaker. Making the authorization permanent, therefore, is an important signal of the United States' commitment, putting those regimes who try so extremely hard to block the Radio Free Asia broadcast on notice that they cannot wait out our resolve to support freedom of the press in Asia. In addition, permanent authority makes operational sense, as the recurring sunset has complicated Radio Free Asia's ability to hire long-term staff, to negotiate cost-effective leases and capital agreements. For these reasons, Mr. Speaker, this measure before us deserves our unanimous support. Let us stand today with the long-suffering people of China, of Tibet, of North Korea, of Burma, of Vietnam, of Cambodia and Laos, and against regime-sponsored attempts to restrict the information they receive. Mr. Speaker, I have no further request for time, so at this time I yield the balance of my time.
The gentlewoman